and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We should have a good one on tap here today. It's the Texans coming in at 3-8, going up against the Lions, who come in at 2-9.
Larry, they broke ground on this place in the year 2000, opened it in August of 2002, and it's been the home of this franchise ever since. Welcome to NRG Stadium in Houston. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Houston Texans. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. Stafford. Throw left side complete. It's Bush. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Watson on first down. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets them a new set of downs.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a first down throw, Watson. And his throw here's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's second down. The secondary, Charles, much maligned during the week. They didn't have their best game in the loss last week, but a nice play there.
Yeah, and I just know what they went through last week. I mean, ever since that time, their pride was hurt. They kept getting reminded of it in the local media, had to watch it on tape, and, you know, the coaches just got after them. They came in ready to play.
Oh, wow.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's got this one just across midfield.
I'm looking through my window right now.
9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. On first down, it's Watson. And the hook up here with Jalen Strong complete. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? And he's got it over the middle. Fedorowicz. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 23 yards on the play. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Mack. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
The insistence of speed at every position is really seen at the defensive end spot. These guys in the old days were often outside linebackers. They just pushed them forward because they wanted to play fast and get to the quarterback or the running backs quicker than ever before.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Paul Warlow. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Throwing throwing on third down. Stafford. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. And now out comes Houston. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. Yeah. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Here's Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. He's got it at the 15. A big-time play there for the Texans. 46 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Oh, man.
Faking the give. Now Watson. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
A first update now out of Jacksonville.
Sound like a motherfucker.
And the Jags, they're out to an early lead there. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now Watson on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Will Fuller, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are in for 6. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have. You absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get. And it's just so strange to see that go up on the board. And
he's taken down back at his own 7.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
To throw on 2nd down at Stafford. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 18, and he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Here's Mack on the toss. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. And that makes it a 9-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. So out now come the Lions. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Running back. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
Well, Parker, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. 23 yards on the play. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. On first down, Watson. His throw incomplete. They were trying to get the connection with a former Buckeye, Braxton Miller. That'll bring up second down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Braxton Miller, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Elliott now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 16-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
A good pickup there, a 22. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. On first down, it's Stafford. Steps away to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Bernardrick McKinney able to get him for a loss of about 3. Here's Stafford now on second down. Flushed out right. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
On first and 10, Stafford. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. A gain of 6 there on first. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now a handoff here to his running back. Now the ball comes loose, and the Texans scoop it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Starting the drive with a give to Mack. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Around the NFL, second quarter in Chicago. And the Bucs are out to an early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Here's Watson now on second down. Caught left side, Gilmore. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Gets it to Strong. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. And Elliott puts this one through. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now a toss play. This is Mack. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. To throw on second is Watson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Third and long, it's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And some room to roam now. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. On 1st and 10, Watson. And he fires one incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Here's Mack pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Texans on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7. Now Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Here we go. What? 58.
They go play action here on first down. And on the left side, Fedorowicz has it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now a carry from Mack. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Staying on the ground with Mack. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Throwing on third down. Watson got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. And he's able to put it through. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. First down throw. Stanford firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Second down. Here's Stafford. He's going to loft one. Deep left side. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I guarantee you, it's not very good.
A run by Mack to start the drive. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Second down following the run. They keep it on the ground. Mack again. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now Mack. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Let's go!
Watson now on third down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. Back now here on EA Sports. For the fourth quarter, we'll begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Running back. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a third down. As they run the counter play. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
This is taken at the 18. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. They begin the drive on the ground with Mack. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20. A huge play there for Houston. 46 yards. And now a first down following that long gain. A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. And from the 9-yard line now, it's 1st and goal. as they run the counter play. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Flex round. Flex round. Here we go. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio.
Time running out here on the play clock. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. On the NFL scoreboard, 4th quarter now at Soldier Field. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. This will be caught at about the 6. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility. Look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And it really came together with a good week of practice.
At least you say you covered all your bases.
Unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a big tackle there as the defender runs right through it at the 19. And Detroit getting set to go now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency.
If it's a game I really want to play on.
Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. They'll get 4 on second down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Set. 280. We got 3. We got 20. We got 3. Slam. 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 21. Back 55.
To throw on 3rd down. Stafford. And he's got his man. That's Landry. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. On the NFL scoreboard, 4th quarter now at Soldier Field. And the Bears have scored to add on to their lead in that one. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. He takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Trying to get it to Landry there, and it's 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
My window is halfway covered right now. Just from snow built up on this hill.
On 3rd down, Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. DJ Reader in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down.
Maybe 3.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going
That'd
for
be
it.
nice. I mean, not so much because we got to work tomorrow, but at the same time, I'd be down for it.
One last throw here for Stafford.
The one where I had to do all the
Now a
driving
desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. As time has run out.
I don't know, to be honest.
This football game.
I hadn't really
But Charles,
run
it's one
into
thing
this
to win. It's another thing to win and
yet.
put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points.
Yeah, he threw a couple picks. I forced a couple fumbles. He couldn't stop me. Every time every time I touched the ball, I scored. Well, except my first drive, I threw a pick. But outside of that, like, I threw a pick, I got a safety, he kicked the ball to me, I scored. It was something. Damn, I lost DeAndre Hopkins for my next 3 games. It's fine, though, because Will Fuller's pulling his weight for me. So it ain't 100% bad. I'm kind of hoping that my boss, emails me early in the morning like, oh, you don't have to go today. Because, I got to drive about half an hour out to get to the job tomorrow. And it's further inland than where I am right now, so the odds are they'll get more snow than I'm getting. No, my luck. Like, we weren't supposed to get this. We were going to get, a dusting. Well, the road doesn't look too bad. Like, the yard is covered. All the grassy areas are covered, but the roads don't look too bad. Probably still be relatively icy, though, in the morning. Yeah, black ice and shit. Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. What's him doing, Bobby? High fives? High fives for the dad? Oh, good boy. Him get the daddy high fives. All right. All right. Good boy. That's a what it is. That's a what it is, Dad. That's a good boy. Even though I like to get on the couch and Daddy has to fuck me up. Yes. Get down. Go lay down. Don't snort at me, dick. So I go lay down. Here you go. Do that. Get that block shedding up to 89 for Whitney Merciless because why not? I ain't shit. Winning that game, it ain't like it put me back in the playoff hunt. I'm still 4-8. See, my backup running back got 120 yards. Will Fuller had 5 catches, 115 yards. Damn. Nobody else in the game had more than 60, 64. Hell, the next couple people combined didn't have as many yards as fucking Will Fuller did. Oh, they kept me upright. I didn't give up a single sack in that entire game. Alright, let me double check. Yeah, right. That caught me off guard too. But yeah, I mean, Matt Stafford didn't play too bad for him. Yeah, what? He went 9 of 13 for 170 yards and a touchdown, but like I said, he threw the 2 picks. And then I think his running back fumbled twice. His running back fumbled once and Matt Stafford fumbled once. That's what it was. Let's take a look at the sack totals here. Hassan Ridgeway had one. Whitney Merciless had one. My strong safety had one. My middle linebacker had one. Jadeveon Clowney had half of one, and then my defensive tackle had a half a sack. So I sacked him 5 times. Never once punted. I played pretty flawlessly outside of that one interception on my first drive. Let's see, I went 18 of 23, so I only missed 5 passes in the game. 18 of 23 for 275, 4 touchdowns. And then, like I said, my running back went 18 carries, 120 yards, and a touchdown. Yeah, 2, 3. I had 5 different people run the ball in the game. Hell, one of or 2 of those, one was my wide receiver, and the other one was my quarterback. So we did what we had to do. Alright, let's see. Hey. Well, yeah. Your pick, the order doesn't change in the draft, round by round, unless you have extra picks. And even then, unless you trade your pick away, you still pick in that same spot. So you get about that. You realize this is the last season, right? Doing what?